Hey guys, it's Margaret with Sassy Southern Shopper Mom. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Today's video is my health update video that I promised y'all that I would get out to y'all. I do have my two youngest running around, and the very youngest is wanting some gummies. So she's whining a little bit. And this is Elizabeth. Say hi.
Hi.
So, if you're new to my channel, I want to say welcome.
Hi.
Okay. And this is little Ruby. Alright, so if you are new to my channel, I want to say welcome. I post videos weekly on Wednesday that range anything from cooking, cleaning, coupons, hauls, and deals, or anything that I might encounter in my day-to-day life as a mom. If any of that interests you, please hit that subscribe button down below and join my YouTube family. I would love to have you. Alright, so let's talk about my health update, why I have been posting as frequently and as weekly as I had been. On New Year's Eve, I started having some, well, I guess it was the night before, I ended up having chest pain that went into the morning. Ended up going to the ER. I seriously thought like I might be having a heart attack. Have extensive family history of like heart disease and stuff, so I was concerned. Got everything checked out. Everything was normal and fine. But the doctor just said that it would probably be a good idea if in 2019 I made a goal to have a stress test done on my heart, just because of the family history. So then later that week I went to my primary care doctor and had a follow-up, and we just talked about what happened, and we talked about getting a stress test scheduled for my heart. And so we went ahead and got that referral put in for me to get a stress test done. And then the next week, I ended up having a panic attack. I've never had a panic attack in my entire life, but that's what they were saying everything was that it came down, it was a panic attack. And so they gave me some medicine to start, which then made my heart race a lot more. It made me feel really bad. And then I guess it was like 2 days into that medicine, I was at work. I had worked a night shift and went back and was having to finish up some charting, and I felt bad on the way to work, so I took like a rescue anxiety medicine that they gave me, and I got to work and I went to chart, and I got very, very lightheaded, dizzy. I could feel my heart just like beating very crazy. So I felt very, very bad. I had to go lay down. My blood pressure was like 150s over hundreds. My, are you doing my hair? And then my, my pulse was like in the 130s. I was like having flashes of like hotness all over my body, like burning. I was very, I don't know, I was very scared. I had my kids with me while I was there. So they ended up getting me down to the ER. I was having like, my chest was hurting again. Ended up having like numbness and tingling in my left arm, in my face. And I kind of had that with that first like panic attack thing. But this time I was having like hot flashes, like very hot flash. I could feel the wave of heat coming across the surface of like my skin and my body. It was something I've never experienced before in my life. But my heart rate like just was so weird. I could just, so much self-awareness of my heart rate and of how it was beating. So they did, you know, EKG to make sure I'm not having a heart attack. It was negative. You know, ran a bunch of labs. They were negative. Everything came back negative. But I just felt like we were missing something, like something with my heart wasn't right. So it came down to the point that the ER doctor was going to discharge me, and I was begging to like be stayed, for them to keep me and like observe me like on a telemonitor overnight, just to make sure that, you know, if there is something going on, that we could catch it on a monitor, and then we could figure out what's going on and I could be treated. So he pretty much told me like, no, I'm young, I don't have risk factors, even though I have like family history risk factors. So I like called the house supervisor, and I talked to them, and they talked to him, And then an admitting doctor came down and talked to me, and it came down to me saying, you ever get the nurse that tells you something's not right with that patient, but clinically you can't find anything that's wrong, and then you like send that patient on their way, or you leave the floor and then that patient codes, or something really bad happens to that patient. Like, that's how I felt. I had that really bad nurse gut instinct that something wasn't normal. So pretty much it came down to it that I had even asked for a heart monitor, like a Holter monitor to wear at home, and he didn't want to give it to me. So eventually, right before when the nurse was getting ready to come in with the discharge paperwork, she came in and told me that they were sending me home on a 10-day, 24-hour cardiac monitor. So they did send me home with a monitor. I did have not major episodes, but I did have some really irregular heartbeats still, and felt really, really bad and didn't feel good. And so I was able to have all that recorded on that monitor. So they put the heart monitor on me for 10 days, and it recorded everything for 24 hours for the whole 10 days. Then I sent it back, and it took a total of 4 weeks for all the results to come in. Right after I got it off, I went and had my nuclear stress test done on my heart. And then during that nuclear stress test, I had uptake of the iodine dye that they use in my left breast. So I had to go have a breast ultrasound done, which they stated it appeared to be normal, but they do advise me to follow up with a breast MRI. So I still have a breast MRI I have to get done to be fully like cleared of health issues right now. But then I just went to the cardiologist yesterday, and he actually had the recording from that heart monitor, and he said that I have supraventricular tachycardia with PVCs, which is kind of like some premature ventricular contractions, and that a beta blocker would work with that. He says when you're under a lot of stress, that it will make those episodes be more frequent, and you may feel them more, and that people will have this and like live a full healthy life and not ever need anything for it. But in my case, he thought I would benefit from like a beta blocker for my heart, which will help kind of regulate things. So the beta blocker also can lower the epinephrine levels in your body, which can be associated with your body reacting, how that reacts to stress. And so by having that lowered, it will help prevent the tachycardia and the PVCs from happening so frequently where it's bothering me. He did say that stress can like make them a lot worse, and you can feel them a lot more frequently. So he advised me to reduce stress in my life. So that right now is everything for my health update. The only other thing I have to do is I have 2 more weeks. So for the breast MRI, going back for a second, for the breast MRI, I have to wean my daughter who is breastfeeding, and she has to be weaned for 4 to 6 weeks. So I did go on Valentine's Day for my yearly checkup, and I mentioned to her all this stuff. So she decided that she would just send me over to the breast specialist and let her go over everything. So all my stuff will be sent there, and they will do my breast MRI in about 3 weeks over there for my follow-up, for we can just get the all clear for that breast. I did look up on like the La Leche League, and it said that the dye that's used in a nuclear stress test can adhere to the milk ducts of the breast, and my daughter only breastfeeds on the left side, and that's the only breast that was lit up. So that is what we're all kind of pointing all of this to, that it's just because I'm still breastfeeding at this time. Well, I was still breastfeeding at the time of the stress test, I should say. But that is everything for my health update. I will do another health update whenever I have my breast MRI done and I get the results back from that, just so I can let y'all know what we find out is going on. I'm pretty sure it's going to be negative and that there's not going to be anything there, just because from everything that, you know, I have thought and read, and also my doctors have as well. So guys, I hope that this was informative to you as to what's been going on and why I haven't been posting very regularly. I hope that I can start to post a little more regular now that things are starting to ease back. I did get the all clear from the cardiologist to return back to work, and I still have to see my primary care doctor because she was the one that pulled me from work. So I have to see her one more time to get my return or my release to go back to work. So guys, I just want to say thank you all so much for being so patient and so kind. I want to say thank you to all of my viewers. If you are a viewer that is not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button down below where you can continue to follow me on this health update and journey that I am on. Also guys, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram. I posted yesterday that I want to do a Q&A, so if you leave some questions down below or over on my Instagram, I'm going to start collecting all those questions and start gathering some stuff together to do a Q&A on my channel, because I have actually never sat down and done a Q&A. So leave those questions and I'll get them answered for you guys. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye.